Hi, I'm Pastor Steve Ross, and this is the Grace Minute, the daily Bible vignette, Bible lesson vignette brought to you by the Berean Grace Church of Genoa City, Wisconsin. Yesterday we began to talk about a principle found in 2 Timothy 2:15, the principle of right division. 2 Timothy 2:15 says, "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." There's a few things in that verse that are very interesting, but the thing we're focusing on right now at this moment is that phrase, rightly dividing the word of truth. The phrase rightly divide means to cut straight. I remember years ago watching my sister make a dress from scratch. She went and bought a pattern and she bought some material. Then she laid out on the material the pattern and she cut along a line that the pattern showed that she should follow to cut. The material that were inside the line she used to make the dress. The material that was on the outside of the line, she set it aside. It wasn't pertinent. It wasn't involved in or needed for that project, for making that dress. And that's something like what we're talking about here when we talk about rightly dividing the word of truth. So you need to cut it straight. You don't just cut in a jagged line or sloppily it's precise. There's precision that's needed to do so. If you were going for surgery for some issue, wouldn't you want a surgeon that could rightly divide between your liver, your pancreas, and your appendix? I mean, you would want that, wouldn't you? The Apostle Paul, who wrote this book of the Bible, 2 Timothy, he was a tent maker by trade. So he understood what it meant to cut along a line, a straight line, using scissors or whatever they cutting on that line and using the material that was on the inside of the line for the purpose of building a tent. And the part that was on the outside of the line was set aside and not used for that job. So we need to do something that's kind of similar when it comes to the Bible. We need to take the parts of the Bible that are the most pertinent to us, and we lay aside the other parts of the Bible, so to speak. It's not that we don't pay attention or study them or have an understanding of them, but we need to take the parts that are written to us specifically and apply those things to our lives. Now, the whole rest of the Bible is important in our learning and our understanding. We look at the Old Testament, we see the stories, the accounts of Israel and the patriarchs, and there's certainly lessons to be learned from doing so, but we take the part that is the most important to us today as members of the body of Christ in the age of grace. Now, if you would like more information about this, we're going to continue to talk about this in the time to come and going forward in the future, but you could go to the church website. That's BereanGraceChurch.com, BEREAN gracechurch.com. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to be putting this up on our YouTube channel, the Berean Grace Church YouTube channel. You could go to YouTube and search for Berean Grace Church, and it's one of the playlists there, along with some other things that are there. So if you're interested in looking at that, please do so. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.